Welcome to this week's edition of Weekly Digest, your front row seat to the policies, programs, and people shaping Guyana's development journey. Each week, we go beyond the headlines to follow ministers of government as they implement the administration's agenda one step, one story, and one community at a time. This past Sunday, Prime Minister Brigadier Retired Mark Phillips delivered a heartfelt message to the nation at the Environmental Protection Agency's annual World Environment Day Green Walk and Exhibition 2025. Speaking under this year's theme, Ending Plastic Pollution, the Prime Minister urged Guyanese to take action not just for today, but for future generations. Also this week, the Prime Minister visited Caneville on the east bank of Demerara, where he spent time listening to the residents. From calls for better roads to expanded youth training programs, he took note of their concerns, promising that their voices would not go unheard. Community voices also took center stage on Tuesday when Minister of Public Works Bishop Juan Edgel met with residents of Northeast La Penitence. They're hoping to turn an underused area into a much-needed recreational space. Minister Edgel assured them that work will begin soon. A contractor has already been identified and a special projects unit will take it from there. The following day, Minister Edgel was up early inspecting ongoing works along Aubrey Barker Road. He urged contractors to speed things up and reminded everyone that timelines matter. Upgrades to internal roads and drainage are also planned for North and South Rumvelt. As the country prepares for the national cleanup exercise on Sunday, Minister within the Ministry of Public Works, Deodat Indar, met with representatives from the Private Sector Commission to rally support. He encouraged businesses to show up, pitch in, and help keep Guyana clean together. In Blackbush Polder, more than 250 families got a virtual preview of their future homes at the Hawkstye housing development. Minister within the Ministry of Housing and Water, Susan Rodriguez, shared updates highlighting that over $902 million has been set aside for infrastructure in the first phase. And in the Block B Experiment Housing Scheme, allottees finally set foot on the land they'll soon call home. Housing and Water Minister Colin Kroll was there to personally walk them through the plans, assuring them that smart strategic development is already underway. Minister of Agriculture Zulfikar Mustafa started this week in the farming community of St. Lawrence behind Perica. He met with residents and discussed ways to unlock the area's agricultural potential. Then on Wednesday, the minister was on the Quarantine Coast engaging with farmers in the Brackish Water Project. He listened and committed to finding real solutions. Health Minister Dr. Frank Anthony, meanwhile, spent the early part of the week at the opening of the European Union's Health Investment Mission. He reminded participants of the urgency to build a more resilient health system, especially after the lessons of COVID-19. The event brought together 10 leading companies looking to partner with Guyana to boost regional pharmaceutical capacity. Later in the week, Minister Anthony met with several private healthcare providers. One highlight, the introduction of the iStat Point of Care system, a portable tool with potential to improve frontline medical services. And on Friday, Minister Anthony celebrated a different kind of achievement. He delivered the feature address to 11 graduates of the Vocational Skills Training Program at the Open Door Center run by the Ministry's Disability and Rehabilitation Services. He praised the staff and students for their dedication and for showing that with support and opportunity, no door is ever truly closed. From fighting plastic pollution to planning new homes, from strengthening healthcare to building better roads, it's been a week of action, connection, and commitment. That's it for this edition of Weekly Digest. We'll see you next week with more stories from the heart of government.
The government government of Guyana has promised to deliver 6 new regional hospitals in various parts of the country. The Diamond Regional Hospital is the first to be commissioned. And today we meet with Dr. Sheikh Amir, who is the head of surgery and medical superintendent. He will tell us a little bit more about this facility.
Based on what we had before, Diamond Diagnostic Center wasn't a full hospital. They only had wards for maternity cases. So this hospital will now have all the wards for all the specialties, meaning there will be beds for pediatric cases, gynecology and obstetrics, surgery and medicine, and orthopedics also. We'll be having 3 functioning theaters, operating theaters, a functioning ICU, and neonatal intensive care, which is NICU, and we'll have support services like diagnostic radiology, CT scanner, and of course we'll have the subspecialties: psychiatry, dermatology, ear, nose and throat, ophthalmology, and dentistry, tagging along with us. The bed capacity is 75, which includes all the beds all over, including the ICU beds, the maternity beds, everything. This is a public hospital. Everything is free of cost. Having said that, this is a regional hospital. Therefore, there are some limitations in what services we can offer. However, we'll be offering, which is different from the diagnostic center, as I said, wards for admissions. We'll be able to deal with our emergency surgeries to some extent, the main surgeries. Of course, the subspecialty surgeries like neurosurgery and maxillofacial, we would not be able to offer here at this point in time. But we're looking forward to collaborating with our colleagues, and maybe in the future we may offer some of those services here. The staffing is a threefold kind of staffing. We are having the staff from the old facility. They're coming over here. We'll be having specialized services, specialists from Georgetown Hospital and a Cuban medical brigade. We're averaging like about close to nearly 400 nurses and doctors. We have our registration facility. You register in front there, and when they register you, they will direct you. Your name and room number will appear on these screens and direct you exactly to which door you're to go, which doctor you're to see. When you sit, you'll see your name appearing on the screen that's in front of the door or the side of the door. Of course, also, as your turn comes up, the audio will come on to say you are to proceed to room so-and-so, the name of the patient and which room. So that's nice. Then we have the CT scanner, which is new for a facility like this. It's one of the most modern scanners available in Guyana. There's an operating room at the back of the emergency department, which is a feature that doesn't exist in other hospitals. And of course, we have 3 operating theaters, all right? Most regional hospitals only have 1 or 2. Looking forward to serving the people here and hoping the impact we're hoping to make is to reduce the amount of patients going to Georgetown Hospital. Definitely, the present institution, they see the emergencies, they stabilize them, and then send them on to Georgetown Hospital. Like complicated cases and all of that, or regular cases because they don't do surgery. So we're hoping to stop that unnecessary movement of the patients here in this area.
Welcome to the President's Diary, your weekly journey through leadership in action, where decisions aren't just made, they are lived. Join us as we follow President Dr. Muhammad Irfan Ali in a week shaped by service, strategy, and pride. This week began with gloves on and sleeves rolled up as President Ali joined hundreds of citizens across Guyana for the 10th National Cleanup Exercise. Despite the rainy weather, the President led the National Cleanup Initiative and participated in a tree planting exercise at the Vredenhoop roundabout in Region 3. Later that day, healthcare in Guyana took a leap forward. President Ali officially opened the new Diamond Regional Hospital, a modern, fully equipped facility set to serve over 40,000 residents along the East Bank corridor. In his feature address, President Ali said investments in health go beyond infrastructure. It reflects a commitment to human life and public dignity.
This is an investment not in walls and equipment. This is an investment in the people of Guyana, especially the people of the East Bank. This is an investment that will ensure our women and children, our elderly and our male folk, all alike, have a level of treatment here that is not based on income, that is not based on your status, that is not based on where you're from. As level of service that is equivalent to any service you can pay for anywhere in Guyana. That is what this investment brings to you. Quality service, efficient service, equitable service. This is an investment in the people of our country.
Constructed to meet international medical standards, the hospital will offer 24/7 emergency care, maternity and neonatal services, surgeries and outpatient clinics. It houses 75 inpatient beds, 3 operating theaters, and is outfitted with cutting-edge technology. It was a proud moment for nearly 2,000 Gold Scholars who crossed the stage in the 3rd graduation exercise of the Guyana Online Academy of Learning. Held at the National Cultural Center over 3 days, the ceremony marked a new chapter for students from across the country. President Ali was there to celebrate their achievements and had this message for the graduates.
I want you to remember something. As proud as we are of you today, your responsibility does not end here. In fact, it begins here. Because the future of Guyana does not rest in oil barrels or buildings. It rests in the minds, the hearts, and the hands of people like you. It rests in our human capital. And be assured, Guyana needs you. We need your skills. We need your voice. We need your passion. We need you to stay. We need you to build. We need you to lead, not just in the office or the classroom, but in your communities, in your churches and temples and mosques, in your families, in every space where good leadership is needed.
This year's graduation was held under the theme Enhancing the Nation's Human Capacity, in line with the government's stated goal of expanding educational opportunity across all 10 regions. So far, the GOLD program has received $12.5 billion in public funding, averaging an investment of $312,000 per student. Tuesday was a day of reflection. President Ali paid final respects to James Singh, former commissioner of the Guyana Forestry Commission. President Ali described him as a committed public servant who gave decades of dedicated service to the sustainable management of Guyana's forest.
A man whose contribution did not simply facilitate routine forestry administration, but helped shape the very foundations upon which our modern low-carbon development strategy was built. Let it be said clearly, in this solemn moment of remembrance, James Singh was instrumental in helping Guyana transform its forests into a globally admired model of sustainability and national prosperity.
President Ali cheered on the Guyana Golden Jaguars during their 3-0 win against Montserrat on Tuesday evening at the National Track and Field Stadium in Lenora. On Wednesday, the president turned his focus to Guyana's growing energy sector. He delivered the feature address at the official launch of Oranduc Marine Services, a 100% Guyanese-owned company that will be providing subsea and diving support services to the oil and gas sector.
This is the road to resilience, and that is the real reason why we welcome Oranduc Marine Services, Inc. today.
President Ali said this bold step reflects the heart of Guyanese local content policy, empowering Guyanese businesses to lead in a globally competitive industry. Spearheaded by local entrepreneur Harry Chand Tulsi, OMS brings cutting-edge training in offshore safety, navigation, and subsea technology.
When you see Oranduc Marine Services, you are seeing more than a marine logistics company. You are seeing a skills platform. You're seeing young Guyanese learning how to operate dynamic positioning system. You're seeing training in offshore safety, navigation and inspection protocols. You're seeing a classroom on the waves. You're also seeing local content come to life, not as a slogan, but as a strategy. You're seeing Guyanese businesses, workers, and professionals taking their rightful place in the value chain.
And the momentum is just beginning. President Ali says his government is crafting bold new policies to attract even more investment in Guyana's growing maritime industry. On Friday morning, President Ali touched down in Brasilia, Brazil, where he attended the Brazil-Caribbean Summit 2025. He was warmly received at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Itamaraty Palace, by Brazil's Foreign Minister, the Honorable Mauro Vieira. The head of state participated in a plenary meeting on the first day of the summit. The two-day summit, themed Bringing Together to Unite, reflects a focus on strengthening cooperation between Brazil and the Caribbean in response to shared challenges. From cleanups along the roads of Lenora to high-level diplomacy in Brazil, it has been a week of action, reflection, and progress. That's a wrap on this edition of President's Diary. Join us again next week as we continue to follow the footsteps of leadership. Welcome to the President's Diary, your weekly journey through leadership in action, where decisions aren't just made, they're lived. Join us as we follow President Dr. Mohamed Irfan Ali in a week filled with service, strategy, and pride. This week was quite a busy one. We're talking outreaches in the hinterland, community engagements by the hour, opening hotels in Georgetown, and even strengthening diplomatic relations with Turkey and Japan. President Ali kicked off the week in Region 3, delivering the feature address at a networking event hosted by the Region 3 Chamber of Commerce and Innovation. Addressing the Region 3 Chamber of Commerce and Innovation Business Networking event on Monday evening, President Ali laid out an ambitious vision that places the region squarely at the heart of national progress. With the landmark gas to energy set to come online soon, Region 3, he said, will take center stage in powering Guyana's next phase of development.
Access to cheaper and more reliable energy will unlock a new wave of manufacturing, agro-processing, and heavy industry, placing this area at the heart of Guyana's energy-led transformation.
In the arena of diplomacy, President Ali received the letters of credence from the non-resident ambassador of the Republic of Turkey to the Cooperative Republic of Guyana, Her Excellency Aisha Selcan Shanla, on Tuesday at the Office of the President. The President highlighted opportunities in manufacturing, biomedicine, and pharmaceuticals. President Ali also accepted the letters of credence from the new non-resident ambassador of Japan to Guyana, His Excellency Akima Umezawa. President Ali noted that the two countries currently share an extraordinary relationship. He stated that there are tremendous opportunities for the Japanese private sector to participate in Guyana's economic growth and development, particularly in key areas such as agriculture, infrastructure, healthcare, education, and technology. The president received a visit from acclaimed British Guyanese actor and musician Ram John Holder at State House. Holder, 9-1, is a pioneering figure in British television and theatre, and is best known for his beloved role as Augustus Neapolitan Cleveland Pork Pie Grant in the iconic British sitcom Desmond's. Later that evening, President Ali attended the Canada Confederation's 158th anniversary celebrations. He acknowledged the long-standing ties between Guyana and Canada, expressing gratitude to the Canadian government for its consistent support and solidarity with Guyana in the face of heightened aggression from Venezuela.
And just as Canada will stoutly resist any attempt to diminish its territorial integrity, so too will Guyana defend its borders with unwavering resolve. In this light, we thank the Government of Canada for its principled and consistent support for Guyana's sovereignty and territorial integrity.
Speaking during a live address on his Facebook page early Wednesday morning, the president unveiled plans for AskGov, an AI-powered chat box designed to answer citizens' government-related questions and help them access services anytime, anywhere. President Ali described AskGov as a 24/7 virtual assistant, which will simplify how Guyanese interact with government agencies.
With just a few clicks, citizens will be able to apply for passports, birth certificates, driver's license, and ID cards, access health and education records, file taxes, and businesses can have their registration done online. GRA can have all these services available by just a click of a button. This process have already started. We're going to continue. You will be able to pay your utility bills, apply for housing and construction permits, and much more.
Wednesday afternoon was an emotional and exciting day for all of Guyana's students as they celebrated the results from the National Grade 6 assessment. The hard work of the students has ensured Guyana produced the best pass rate, moving from 49% to 63%. President Ali joined in congratulating the students for making both their parents and the country proud.
I want you to know that as your president, I am so proud of all of you. And I want all of you to recommit yourselves to doing the best you can do for yourself, to be the best you can be for yourself.
On Thursday, President Ali touched down in 8 communities in Region 3 to address the concerns of residents. The first stop was at Lanabali in the Essequibo River.
There, he announced that residents will soon benefit from a new control structure. This will better manage drainage and irrigation and give a real boost to agriculture in the area. The control structure, which is similar to a sluice, will help to drain the area during the rainy season and during dry spells, ensure the right amount of water flows into the farmlands.
The construction of a control structure at Lanabali was raised. Am I not right? As an urgent project. Today, I am pleased to tell you that as of June 1st, 2025, the project was awarded, and the project is expected to be completed on December 1st, 2025, and that is at a cost of $75,713,000.
Another major announcement for Region 3 is a brand new state-of-the-art water treatment plant that is about to open in La Parfaite Harmony. The treatment facility will also bring clean water to nearly 27,000 residents in communities like Luston Russ, Bregswood, Onderneming, Westminster, Schoonard, Baggotsville, Neems, and even Canal Number 1.
You will get treated water coming through your lines. And while the pressure is not what we would like it to be as yet, we are now putting in the new pump, the new well at Port Rhine that is going to help to ensure that the pressure continue to increase. So, for the first couple of days, we have to flush the lines, and then you will sip your water directly from the pipe.
Another major project to come on stream in Region 3 is an international port facility allowing Guyanese businesses to ship their goods to countries in the Caribbean region and beyond. With an initial investment of approximately 4 billion Guyana dollars, the port will feature state-of-the-art cold storage, packaging and agro-processing facilities, which will extend the shelf life of produce.
We have just awarded the contract for the first phase of a international port facility that will be at Parika. That facility at Parika will have cold storage facility for the farmers. It will have agro-processing facility for the farmers. It will have packing facility for the farmers. The initial investment is almost 20 million US dollars, 4 billion Guyana dollars.
On Friday, President Irfan Ali arrived in Lethem for the commissioning of the $356 million St. Ignatius Practical Instruction Department. Underscoring the critical need for technically skilled workers in an ever-evolving economy, the President urged residents of Region 9 to embrace vocational education as a pathway to sustainable employment and success.
Early exposure cultivates career passion. When you're exposed to these different technical areas, it may ignite a passion in you that will help you to understand what you want to be in life.
In the evening, President Ali gave the feature address at the grand opening of King's Hotel and Residences in Georgetown. He said that such ventures are exactly what the government wants. Luxury hotels help expand the local tourism and hospitality sector and employ more people, attract visitors, and contribute to the growth of local economy.
We're not merely watching history unfold, we're living it. Every new skyline addition, every soaring arrival number, every international award, every new airline that touches down at Chedijagan International Airport, each is a milestone in Guyana's transformation from a hidden gem to a global attraction.
To cap off Friday night, President Ali delivered the keynote address at United States' 249th Independence Anniversary celebration. The event marked a milestone in the growing partnership between Guyana and the U.S., with bilateral trade recently surpassing U.S. $4.7 billion. President Ali reaffirmed Guyana's commitment to diversifying trade and expanding access to markets in agriculture, technology, and infrastructure.
This accomplishment must not be taken lightly. We are a small, developing country, and for us to be in the room
with our strategic partner, with our important partner. As Ambassador said, with a preferred partner, our preferred partner. We want to let you know that we do not take the friendship and the partnership that we have built over the last 5 years lightly.
That's a wrap on this edition of President's Diary. Join us again next time as we continue to follow the footsteps of leadership.
The Ministry of Tourism, Industry and Commerce and its agency, the Guyana Tourism Authority, GTA, hosted a tourism business clinic to fast-track the documentation and licensing procedure for tourism businesses. This initiative brought together the agencies that issue permits and license to tourism-related businesses in regions 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Guyanese British actress Letitia Wright arrived in the land of her birth in late January and urged government and opposition to work to better Guyana. Letitia is the star of Marvel's Black Panther 2: Wakanda Forever. Guyana this year achieved destination-level certification in recognition for its high-quality experiences and tourism products. Guyana was ranked again as one of the top 35 travel destinations for 2023 and beyond. The certification is recognized by the Global Sustainable Tourism Council. The Guyana National Bureau of Standards, GNBS, was bestowed a prestigious Metrology Award from the International Organization for Legal Metrology based in Paris, France. This is for making significant strides in a strong legal metrology system and fair trade in Guyana. Local manufacturers have lauded the return of uncapped marketplace after the COVID-19 pandemic. They lauded the activity and the opportunities it brings to grow their businesses. As the technological era advances, business procurement is being molded in Guyana with the launch of Kanto e-Market Roadway, with Guyana featuring the start of this initiative by improving supply chains within the business sector. Digital transformation plays a critical role. Also, 50 small business owners benefited from the Digital in Motion training that helped digitize their operations. Minister of Tourism, Industry and Commerce, Anuj Walrand, in June, welcomed Guyana's first tourism and hospitality diploma programs offered by Action Invest Caribbean Inc. ACI diploma programs are recognized by the Confederation of Tourism and Hospitality in the UK and will offer advanced training courses geared at building a solid foundation in tourism and hospitality education, training, and career development. Some 60 small businesses participated in the second National Small Business Week, which ran from the 21st to 29th of July 2023. The activities were aimed at empowering small businesses, putting them in a better position to take advantage of the opportunities that the new economy provides. Tourism development in the Essequibo Circuit is in focus as the Tourism and Hospitality Association of Guyana, the Guyana Tourism Authority, and international partners collaborate to develop a tourism development playbook that will aid the growth of new tourism products in Essequibo. Local licensed store operators this year benefited from up to $1 million in grants each through the Guyana's Tourism Product Development Grant Program. The applicants had to create an experience designed with a specific itinerary for the experiences. A motocross park has been launched in Region 2, the first of its kind in the country. The park is a fine example of initiatives that could be replicated in all parts of the country, taking advantage of the natural beauty of each region and generate new economic activities. The Ministry of Tourism, Industry and Commerce, led by Minister Anuj Walrand, was present at the Chedijagan International Airport to welcome visitors arriving for the 2023 Caribbean Premier League and the Cricket Carnival season in Guyana. Guyana successfully hosted the semi-finals and final of the Caribbean Premier League (CPL), which saw thousands of visitors entering the country. Blackwater Adventures is the first tour company in Guyana to complete the Health, Safety, Security and Environment program. conducted by the Guyana Tourism Authority and the Center for Local Business Development. Businesses who benefit from the program are certified for compliance with international requirements and best practices. The Tourism and Hospitality Association of Guyana and the Guyana Tourism Authority partnered to launch Guyana Escapes 2023. The initiative is aimed at driving traffic to established lodges and resorts across Guyana. Also, Guyana launched 50 new tourism experiences on the observance of World Tourism Day 2023. The multi-million-dollar West Central Mall at Lanora West Coast Demraro was declared open by Vice President Dr. Bart Jagdeo and the proprietor of the establishment, the Albert family. The mall, occupying 98,000 square feet of space and housing 84 businesses, serves as an entertainment and social hub for the people of Region 3. Gaia Expo 2023 has returned after a 7-year hiatus. It provided opportunities to businesses in Guyana and demonstrated the country's incredible economic transformation. The exhibition is also a celebration of the transformative changes that are sweeping the country and reshaping Guyana's economy. 12 local tour guides and operators are now equipped with new knowledge as they completed a 3-day wilderness first responder training. The training with the tour guides and operators were done through a collaboration with the Guyana Tourism Authority, the Guyana Defense Force, and the Brazilian Army. The Center for Local Business Development has also awarded another 45 companies for the successful completion of the Health, Safety, Security and Environment HSSE Management System program.
Hey guys, getting the backyard ready. It's rainy season, so a lot of mosquitoes and unwanted bugs is around. But today is going to be a good day. You guys know that we serve up the black pudding and the white pudding. Today we are about to show you where we get some of our black pudding and white pudding from. Another person that we are going to highlight and showcase, a Guyanese person. We're here at the Backyard Cafe, Delvin Adams. I'm enjoying a nice local fruit. We are about to go and we're going to show you where to find one of the best persons that's doing black pudding, white pudding. There's a few of them, but this one here, I'm so happy to highlight and showcase this one for you. Please pay attention. All the information is going to be right in the video. So we're going to start from the Backyard Cafe and then we're going to take you down to where the place is at. Please look carefully. The longer video is going to be on YouTube. All right, Delvin Adams, Backyard Cafe. Morning, right? Yes. No worry, we with you. So whatever it is that you think we can help you out too. So whatever it is that you want us to do, we can do too. All right, no worries. It's just me, Ronald. So no worries. We're here. This is in Meadowbrook. Right around the corner here, Ronald, there's Hamilton Green residence, and then over on this side was where we know as Hamilton Green Play Field, right? Meadowbrook. Again, this is Meadowbrook. Good morning, everyone. How are you? The season got you bad. Shanice.
Yes.
And your sister?
It's my cousin.
Your cousin?
Yes.
Okay, good. Shaquita?
Yes.
Shanice and Shaquita and this young man? Alex. Yeah. What you got there, Alex? Mango for the sour. Yeah, we need that. A proper sour goes good with everything. And I see that Guyanese folks, right? They're using for the sour now. Like, hey, this sow is not proper. It doesn't matter if you think good, the sow is not proper. So I'm like, wow, yeah, they're taking that serious. These runners you just clean up. Oh, that runner look nice and clean, right?
This was the way it once was.
Mm-hmm.
And he's trying to get it clean.
You took out all the fat and everything there.
Yeah.
So you get a nice lean pudding. So this is the young lady that owns the place, runs the whole thing, and has the sweet hand, as we call it, right? So introduce yourself to the camera and let them know what you're doing here.
Okay, my name is Shaquita. I'm the proprietor of Peace Pudding Shop.
Peas
Yes,
pudding shop.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
The P in Peace Pudding Shop stands for Piola. That's my mom.
Right.
She had started the business years ago. Now she's up there. She's old.
She's
as I say.
retired?
She's retired. And I took the business over a couple years ago. And this is where I am now.
What I love about it is a family tradition business, and you're doing it exactly the way it's done traditionally,
Yeah.
right? Serving the black pudding, white pudding on the weekends. All you did is extend it out so that everyone could get it during the week, because your pudding is top tier, man.
Thanks.
Top tier,
Well,
right?
I try to keep up with what she left, what she handed over, because if it's not that way, the people that knew her before, they will tell me, well, this is not where Mud had.
Right.
And so far, so good.
All right. So
Yes.
Peace Pudding Shop, and location, numbers, and everything, and
Yes, we're located on the corners of Tacuba and Jamon Drive. That's in Meadowbrook.
Tacuba
And Jamon Drive.
and Jamun Drive,
Meadowbrook Gardens.
Meadowbrook Gardens.
I tell people, look out for the yellow and red shop. That's the landmark. You can't miss it.
Right.
The numbers are 611-6089 and 759-6030.
Do not show up. They have to call
Yes.
because sold out.
Well, depends on if you want a large amount. You call in advance. We can work towards that. You tell me how many people you want to cater for, and I'll give you the amount, that can, what should I say, work towards that amount of people that you have.
I'm going to come in front of the camera, right? Because I need to hear this secret, right? Remember back in the days, right? When you in the kitchen with your mom, grandma, and they're making black pudding and thing, keep quiet. You're going to bust the pudding,
gosh,
and it's going to turn to bust rice.
I've heard that.
Is
I've heard
is that a true thing, or they were lying to us? This was wanted to keep us quiet.
Exactly.
Oh.
Because as I grow,
Uh-huh.
I noticed that regardless the pudding bars even make noise or not. So I'm
So-
like, they just wanted you to be quiet.
They just wanted us to be quiet. Shut up.
Yes.
Let me get this. I'm concentrating here.
Yes, they just wanted you to be quiet and let them concentrate, do their work, and that's it. But
So you could make all the knives you want around the pudding, and nothing is going to happen.
nothing is going to happen. Nothing is going to happen.
So there you have it. You got her secret, right? That's one of the secrets. So, right? We're here to see good pudding. We don't need your secret. We know your pudding is good.
Yes.
And that's what we're here to show off.
We'll turn on the lights in a bit, guys.
Oh God, it smells so good. And I
Yes.
see the richness of the coconut milk.
Yes. My assistant Shanice, she's already blended the coconut.
So it's basically a well-seasoned shine rice.
You're right. Yes, you could eat this as soon as it come out of the fire.
Plenty marmon pork and thing.
Little margarine, you're good.
Yeah, buddy. I start off inside there in the sauce. I come out here like this, man.
Yes.
Right? Good job, ladies. And what else? Look,
Shanice, you could come over here.
nothing from the can.
No,
I'm
this
so
is
happy. Look, I'm getting goosebumps. I'm so happy
freshly-
about that. Fresh
freshly
coconut
every day.
every day.
Every day.
How much coconut we got here?
This is 50.
Wow.
50 coconuts.
50
every
coconut.
day. Yeah.
Plenty marmon pork.
Plenty man. Big up Teddy.
So Teddy is your guy who supplies your marmon pork.
Yes.
Wow.
My man pork, my coconuts, and my mango. That's Teddy.
Just want to get a whiff of it. My hands are clean, right?
Yes.
Oh, smells so good. So you got the thyme, the
Mardman
mardman pork, and you have to get the wiri pepper in there. So this is no joke. Wiri pepper is a must. Shanice, I want to see Shanice bring the press out and fill in the stuff. I was so surprised with that you have the machine to fill the
Long ago,
pudding.
the the mothers that used to make black pudding, they used to have a funnel that
Yes.
you cut from a bottle,
Yep.
like the old time Marvick's bottle.
And we stuff in.
And you pick a stick, you break a stick from the cherry tree,
We used to use it tambrun
and you
because that
sit
don't
and
break.
you stuff.
And that
Oh,
could bend, and you go right through the thing there. My mom taught me all of this. So to see again, oh man, I'm getting goosebumps. To see this, right? Nostalgic moment for me.
yeah.
Not only is black pudding, white pudding sauce, right? But they have the local juice as well. And you guys know how passionate I am when it comes to my local food, right? This is sorrel, local sorrel. What other juice you have other than sorrel?
I make turmeric with lime and ginger.
Oh, that's a power, that's a power. What we got here, Alex is showing out.
The rice. This is the rice to the white pudding.
Alex, thank you for taking care of these ladies, putting good food out there. This smell is amazing. I'm talking, I'm so excited, right? Salivating, I'm like way back from the table while they do their thing so that I can get to talk. Because if I go over there, I can just be dribbling.
Oh, you want it in your hand?
Yeah, I can taste it in my hand
Normal
like Guyanese, ice Guyanese. Right? Right?
It's almost there. We put little carrots for color. I put some sugar, some margarine, and now we're gonna put the remaining of the mardman, the Mary pepper, the fine thyme. To mix.
And guys, I want to point out to you, right? Because remember, our
Sounds like
audience,
this.
a lot of Guyanese is going to be looking at this, right? And from my understanding, I don't think that we understand food. Now we're seeing folks going out and doing stuff like this, and people getting a wider understanding on food. So they're going to see this young lady doing it with her hands, and they might think it's something bad. But you cannot do anything like this with a glove. It's obvious. You see she's shaking her head. She's like, no, you can't.
This one and the one for now.
She had her hands clean thoroughly
This one good
before
enough. It's just
this
a
is
bit
done.
free.
I'm standing on the other side of the table watching this here going on. You have to, must do this with your hands and not a glove. Some too, please don't be shy. Yeah, yeah.
One little more sugar.
For me, I think it's good. I would add some more pepper.
Pepper.
Fresh squeezed coconut milk is being added.
Yeah.
Oh. So this here is a press, or we can call this the pudding press,
Yeah.
because they're in the pudding shop. Good. So you put it in there. Can I help?
Yeah.
And then you go get the stuff. Right. And we stuff in black pudding. So we're not using our hands no more like how they used to do it back in the days with the stick and the funnel. Keep going. Hey, I'm making your black pudding, your white pudding. Make sure y'all come support. Look at that. Stop. Wind it back. Take off the pressure. Aye. So what Alex is doing there right now is compacting it. He's going to push it all the way down so you're not going to have air in this pudding. So when they're ready to cut this pudding, nice slices you're going to be having. Making a TV so. Oh my God. Now that we have that, we saw everything, how it's done from beginning to end. How can someone get to enjoy and taste this goodness that you just showed us?
Well, they can come down to Tacuba and Jamlin Drive, Corners in Meadowbrook Garden, or they can call us on 611-6089 or 759-6030, or WhatsApp any one of those numbers.
So come support the small business and enjoy some good black white pudding and sauce. All right? Don't forget, guys, Google works right here in Guyana. So all the information that we share with you, support the business by Googling it. If you can't find that location, Google. It's right on Google Maps and you can find it. All right? Thank you so much. Delvin Adams, Backyard Cafe. Come support another Guyanese in business. Black pudding, white pudding, peas pudding shop here in Meadowbrook Gardens. This was amazing.
Yes.
Yeah,
Thank
cool.
you very much. Well, I must say thanks to my cousin Lennox because he put you onto us.
Yeah, well, Chef Lennox is the owners of Scotty's Smokehouse.
Yes.
And Chef is an amazing chef. And that is your cousin too
Yes,
also.
yes,
So
yes.
the grandmother in Linden, that's your grandmother too?
No.
Oh, he's on the other side?
Yes.
Okay, good, good. Well, it's still good, right?
Yes.
Big up to Chef Lennox for putting us together.
His grandmother is my aunt, you can see.
Oh, okay,
Yes.
good,
Yeah.
good. Right? So thanks again, and come down, enjoy some pudding, white pudding, black pudding, and sauce. Cold beers too, but the big sell is that. And the local juice. I had the sorrel, fantastic.
Hey, come on, hey, okay, yeah. Teddy J on the beat again, yeah. Me say life is a journey, and you have to learn it. Respect not given, my youth you have to earn it. The bridges where you cross, make sure you're not burning. Anything you
Teddy J
want,
is a young Guyanese entertainer.
in a sweet Guyana, a woman born and grow. It's a real paradise, most beautiful place I know. Just watch how the rivers them a flow, and the sun just a shine on the forest, it's a glow.
Singer, an artist, also a barber. Many things under his belt. Also a young entrepreneur. We were lucky to have him here on this trip here to Suriname. So I'll ask him a few questions and see where he's at. How is the support and all of that? Because I know it's tough for young people finding a way, staying grounded, finding a place in Guyana to stay and say, hey, you know, this is my home, I'm gonna stay. Most young people that I know of are leaving.
Also, I just have thoughts of leaving as well, but home is home, so.
I want to get the people to know you first. You know, who's Teddy J? And what is it that you do? Some of them may not know some of your songs. The heritage song that you
Me have the fly and on my left and on my right, and have a cake and lick cassava. All I wanna do every day is I just wanna sport, fish, and drink out all the worry. Jump in on my boat, babes, I'm coming home to get ready.
song that you played for me yesterday, which was dope.
Yeah.
You know? Play that one there for the camera now, let him hear what's on there.
I just wanna sport, fish, and drink out all the worry. Jump in on my boat, babes, I'm coming home to get ready. Yeah. I got some worm and the primary juice. All I wanna do is sport, fish, and drink out all the worry.
This is hard, bro. Introduce yourself there, buddy, and tell them a little bit about you.
Well, my name is Stephen Russell originally, but I go by the stage name Teddy J Official from Kokwani, Region 10. A lot of you might know Kokwani or might not know Kokwani. Don't worry, I will introduce you guys to Kokwani as well. So I'm 26 years old. I'm currently a barber in Kokwani. I have my own barbershop and everything, so that is what I do. Besides the music, that's what I do for a living. That's my job. Yeah, basically I'm a barber, a singer. Oh, and I love traveling, so I'm a traveler as well.
And that's why.
And that's why I'm here in Suriname with.
We get to pull Teddy
with the
J on
Backyard
this
Cafe.
one. Yeah. So one of the things that I do, and a lot of Guyanese don't know about this, but let me explain this. I know Ronald is there, doesn't like the long rambling on. And let me introduce Ronald also. For the past few weeks, Ronald has been doing the man in the street interview with regular people, Big Boy.
Yeah.
You know, street folks who's making a living somehow. Ronald came under my wings. And this is how I work with young people. You have to have that ability, the strength and courage to come to me. I will not come to your house. I will not knock on your door. I will not wake you up. I will not. do the things that you're supposed to be doing to get yourself up and out and ready for what is to come or what's coming or what is here. I'm not going to do that for you. So what Ronald did, he understood by watching some of the videos and stuff, and this was a very long time ago, and he came and he said, hey, you know what? I would love to be part of the crew. I want to become a chef. Right away, from the time I saw him, he was hired because he looks like my son, and I miss my son so much. I want my son to be a part of what I'm doing. So I said, you know what? Maybe I can have him under my wings, and everything that I was supposed to be teaching my son, I'm going to hand it over to him. We can have a really nice thing going, right? Yeah. But I saw that Ronald doesn't want to be a chef. He was always into technology, and I saw that. I said, you know what, Ronald? You're going to do the production side of what Backyard Cafe is all about. He loved being behind the scenes.
You do a great job.
But guess what? He came a long way. In Guyana, there's no facility for young folks like yourself, Ronald, and yourself, to actually make it out. In the 90s, as I finished school, they scrapped all the things with apprenticeship program and mentorships and all these things. So I didn't get I didn't get any mentorship here in Guyana. It was an Italian guy who took me under his wings, right?
Yeah.
And taught me everything I needed to know about life. It wasn't a Guyanese. So by me giving this interview that you can write on my platform also, so that other Guyanese can know that we have young, talented Guyanese here too, is to also let them know we need more of their support. And by you supporting us, we're not asking for your millions of dollars.
A simple like, a share.
Just a simple
a subscribe.
Share, subscribe.
Yeah.
A share. That is the win that we may need to get there.
Because sometimes, locally, we could get support, but on an international platform, a local person could share it and they could have an international person on their contact.
That's what it is.
Understand? So, me sharing it myself, I would reach them. You understand? But from a simple share from that person, it could reach a long distance.
Yeah.
A really good way it could go.
Yeah.
So that's the importance of the support and sharing.
Very important.
And these kind of stuff. The only way that this trip was possible for me was helping someone else. Like this would have been a whole week. This is a whole week I'm away from the barbershop.
Mm-hmm.
And I have a lot of customers that is be depending on me to cut their hair. Me closing the shop would have just left everybody on hold. They had this guy that came to me like about 2 days before the initial plan to come to Suriname. He's a strange guy. You want to work. You don't have anything going on for him and you want to work. He is a barber as well.
So you didn't judge him, you didn't do none of that. You just use your initiative as a young entrepreneur that I got to help somebody else here too.
Yeah, and it's going to help me as well. Because sometimes the work is be too much for me as well.
That's it.
You understand? So, I don't know this guy from anywhere, And I left this guy in my shop for an entire week. People calling me, hey, we need a haircut. I said, yo, they got a guy in the shop. He cutting good. Yeah, so I'm going to support you.
I heard a few of those phone calls came in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so right now, good. He's there, he's doing his job, he's making his money, and I'm here now.
You open up a trust thing there, and that's what some of us don't have. Look at it, right? Drive down Regent Street early in the morning. You're going to see all the young store clerks, right? Standing up outside waiting
for the person to come to
for the owner of the store to come and open up the store. I encourage everyone, travel.
Yeah, travel
get the exposure of somewhere different.
It's very nice travel.
Even honestly. Travel out of your community. Go to Linden, go to Berbice, go Essequibo, go in Georgetown. Some people never went to Georgetown.
That is me, You could ask anybody, even Ronald is on my WhatsApp. For the time you miss me, I the town, I the Berbice, I the Essequibo, I the Boatico, I the Linden, I the West Side. For the time you miss me, I the somewhere. You understand? I've been to a few other countries. Right. I went to Grenada. I spent like about 2 years living in Grenada.
Right.
I went to Trinidad, I went to Barbados and Suriname.
Exposure helps.
You understand? So, and this is the second time coming to Suriname.
Yeah. And you lived in Linden too for a bit?
Yeah, I lived in Linden.
Went
to school in Linden as well. I was in the army, I worked at several locations in Guyana. So I've been traveling, you understand? Right. And it's very nice to travel.
And how old are you again?
I'm 26.
Only 26 and you did all of that?
Yeah.
And still a music entertainer that I wish that you can get more views, but I wish you can get more gigs where you can get to promote your music and get paid at the same time.
Definitely. It can be frustrating sometimes, you understand? Sometimes, like, I mean, everybody should get the drive to keep going, you understand? But sometimes it's hard to keep that drive, you understand? Unless you really love something.
This is when you stick to it.
This is when you stick to it, because it's not now I doing music, you know. Like, since I was like about 15, like since I was like in Fire 4, Fire 5.
And you're just wishing you can get that big break.
Yeah, get that break, you understand?
And a respectable break. Could you play the Guyana song?
In a sweet Guyana, I want me born and grow. It's a real paradise, most beautiful place I know. Just watch how the rivers them a flow, and the sun just a shine, and the forest it's a glow. To live in love, that's the way we grow. Most beautiful place I know. So no matter where in the world I go, Guyana is my country, it's my home. So come and make we live it up. Them want to take we land, but you know we not go give it up. But our country make we big it up, and we just find ours. So right now we have to build it up. Yes, we go and we backside mine. Them coming like a treasure, where we search and we find. And when you see the kite sure falls, me know it's a blow your mind. I'ma lift it up. Watch the yes, people, I'ma lift it up. All the northwest people, I'ma lift it up. My girl, let him can you hear what I say?
Yes, I mention every...
That's every
hot song in the country.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna pause it here. I'm gonna play this other one that Ronald did the music video for you.
That's Kokwani. You should play the Kokwani one. Let me introduce them to Kokwani. Yes, because that is it.
This is the Kokwani song.
That's the Kokwani song.
So we're playing it. We want this folks to see how talented you are.
Yeah. So this is where I'm from, guys.
Rob one. Link me a location.
Oh, na 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 na, say whoa, now you know. Oh, na 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 na, say yeah. Teddy J on the beat again, yeah. Sometimes the pressures in life is real, and you need to get away. Hey, so why don't you come take a trip with me? Yeah, something like a holiday. Sometimes the pressures in life is real, and you need to get away. Hey, so come take a trip with me. Yeah, to my sweet
look at that right there. Ronald is the one who did the video.
And that is the first time that I met Ronald.
All right, pause that. Let them go get it again. Teddy J Official on YouTube, please. Happy to share Teddy J's experience, his work, where he would like to be. So now it's just up to you to see it as something good and help him. He's young. He needs the help. I'm just trying to be the catalyst that's going to help drive Guyana to the next level. Thank you so much for that.
Yeah, man, it's a pleasure.
Delvin Adams, Backyard Cafe, sitting with Teddy J.
So if you're looking for me at the Heritage, you know me there in the corner. Me have the flyer on my left and on my right, and have a cake of the cassava.